Hey guys, this is Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? Happy 1 year anniversary to this channel. And I want to thank each and every one of you for helping me out with love and light, sharing this to humanity, using the Amish mindset. Where we go one, we go all. It's a we, not me. It takes a village. It's 1 year. 1 year that I started this channel. 1 year that I lost my job. 1 year that I started my journey with all of you. I have co-host number one over here, Miss Morgan Cat, purring away. This channel was started for a great purpose, with other people in mind, to get people out of the one book paradigm, to help people that was watching in a community, a brilliant, brilliant mind, who suggested a lot of books that I already had on my bookshelves. And I decided to start a journey of reading those books and helping a small selection of people gain the knowledge because they couldn't afford those books. And then I incorporated Oracle cards because I'm really good at that and I've been doing that for a long time. And then I started my series in different topics that just from my own knowing, bringing it forth in hopes to help other people connect their own dots. It's not really about me, it's about everybody else. It's about unifying. It's about connecting. It's about relating to someone else who's going through a serious struggle. I'm still in it. I'm still here a year later in this struggle. No idea when I'm coming out of this struggle. It's been a very, very rough depletion of a year. It's taught me a lot. It's been very terrifying. I've been on the floor multiple times with things to my throat because I didn't want to live anymore. Why? Because when you're hungry, screaming out for help, and it doesn't really arrive when you need it the most, things get a little scary. Your body starts to hurt even more. I'm used to eating once a day. I'm used to holding out all day for food because I don't have any other options. I don't know when the next donations come in. I don't know when people have it within them to do me any good, to send me food or a donation to get food or to pay my bills and keep the lights on. Inflation is for real. I received my bills last month. I had my realtor front me money and I was short because inflation. It's a struggle. It's not without a lack of trying. I went out there and for months on end, it was a full-time job just to be on the phone to get help that I got denied. You gotta love that too, right? So here I am a year later. Everything's pawned. Everything for the most part is sold off. My house is in limbo. I'm in limbo. I'm waiting for a closing date. I'm waiting. Universe, don't know why this takes so long. Like I'm in purgatory and I'm still lingering in purgatory, having to do and wipe away everything I've ever earned and worked super hard for. I didn't make that much money. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was living paycheck to paycheck before this even all occurred. but I was able to make my bills and I was able to put things away. I depleted myself of everything. Everything. And it's very hard to walk this life where you see everybody else just willy-nilly going about it. They don't care. They only care when it happens to them. I learned a very long time ago. I was only 22 when my father passed away. And I saw really who was actually there for me in terms of friends and family. Not that I got along with my adoptive father, I didn't. We have a very close relationship now. He's my guardian. He's making up for all those years that he didn't know how to be a father. And the sperm donor doesn't really know how to be a father either. He didn't really have to raise me. He didn't have to do anything for me. And when I'm in my greatest need, crickets. I saw who was there for me. And then when my mother died, coming up on 6 years, and I can't believe that. I really can't even stomach to know that it's been that long that she's gone in December. That also showed me who was here for me, which the list got smaller. I've always had to be alone, always had to be by myself, always had to play by myself. Not to say they didn't have friends in the neighborhood, but they had brothers and sisters. They had their playmates. The door was shut in my face many times. I was bullied my whole life. I was put in a corner. And so I started the Hermit series because I had to learn how to be creative. I had to learn to play alone. I had to learn how to do life alone. And I don't think that I would have gotten this far in life if I didn't have those moments, even though I dreaded it when I was a child and felt ostracized and alone. Being bullied and being looked at a certain way made me stronger, but not everybody has that ability to take people's arrows and slings and poison out of their mouth and turn it into something good. The direction I wanted to take this channel kind of morphed as things got more difficult for me, for sure. You know, when everybody is, you know, hey, there's a job, okay, go and call, and it's denied, 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 no, sorry, rejection, rejection after rejection. The problem is we always say that keep trying because somebody will come up with a yes. But at the same time, when you have no one taking care of you, when you can't pay your bills, you have to figure it out because you have to wait until you get a yes, but you don't know when that yes will ever come. Whole day with the spam calling, I can't. I leave it on in hopes that I hear from my realtor for the fucking date. Because my house supposedly is sold. I'm just waiting on when it's closing, when I'm going to get checks in my hand so I don't have to worry about life anymore. I'll be in limbo. I'll be in a hotel. I'll be very displaced until I can get another place to inhabit, but I'll be way better in another situation than where I am, where things are astronomically expensive. It's ridiculous how expensive food is here, how expensive water is, and gas and electric. It's ridiculous. And it's not easy for somebody who can't get work. I do odd jobs and that has been helping. I've had to pawn my parents' jewelry. I had to pawn and do things that I never thought in my life I would have to do. Never. And who knows if that will make me a stronger person, but it made me see what is lacking in society. That's why Spirit came with the Amish mindset. It's not about helping me, it's about helping other people. Other people in the struggle have raised up quicker to help me with depletion than people that have abundance. It's very, very bizarre, but very thankful for that. Very, very thankful for that. And I'm thankful for everybody on this channel. I'm thankful that you hit the like, that you get something out of my work and my words, because a medium a very long time ago, the very first one I ever went to, trying to figure out all the things that were happening to me back then in 2013, she basically said you have to go through everything and it's going to be a harder life for you so that you can walk other people through those hard times. And I hope that I can pay it back to somebody or multiple people in the rest of my life. Because no one that sacrificed everything over something that will come out very soon, that's a fucking lie. I shouldn't have had lost everything. And it shouldn't have been this long that I had to wait for things to happen. Even though I put it out in the universe, I was doing everything over the summer. I cleaned out, I did all this stuff, and I'm still fucking waiting. And it's really obnoxious. So I'm going to pull some sassy oracle cards for everybody who wants to watch this 1-year anniversary. You know, it's good things come out of sadness and in bad times. And I'm hoping that this channel grows for such a time as this. So I'm not alone in my struggles. I'm not alone in my feelings either. There are a lot of people at home struggling in some way, shape, or form. They're struggling right now. And yes, it's sometimes divine that we go through these lessons and things, but it also is a responsibility of our other selves to help. You know, I was watching the Truth Tour today. Shout out. And I'm happy that Lewis Herms is taking the initiative to do it in his own terms, very similar to what I keep saying with the Amish mindset is, you know, if you grow cucumbers and you grow lettuce, why can't we swap or share? If you have something and that person needs it, if that's what you're abundant in, why aren't you doing and giving? You know, if all you have abundance is energy, like right now, I'm very, very, very depleted. I haven't had a donation in a long time, a few weeks. I haven't had much help in a while. And I'm very depleted. And what energy I have right now to give to others is liking, sharing, reposting other people's content and work to get it out there, to put it out into the ether, because I think it's very important that we do that. So in my depletion right now, that's all I can do. On my many, many, many platforms, I'm on Truth Social, I'm on BitChute, Rumble, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not really on Instagram as much as I used to be. I'm on Gab, MeWe. I'm on a bunch. I put myself out to different audiences and different people because I think it's very important that even if you're not into the spiritually, more into the religious and Vice versa, it doesn't really matter because we're all of God. You have to remember that. Check out my episode about your mission and God's mission. It's the same mission. It's true. I don't like slippery cards. But these are really funny, so I'm just going to do it another way. I got 2 cards I'll put over here. The funny thing is people will say, well, that's of the devil. Oh, God created the devil. All right, 2 came out. We'll get more later. But I just want to say thank you, though, to a lot of people out there. JQ, you saved my life. Paul saved my life. My friend Gina, my friend Chanel, my friend Chantal, my friend Katie, my friend Nicolette, my friend Mark. I have 2 Marks that are awesome, by the way. That was my father's name, my adoptive father. Kelly. I have 2 Kellys, actually. My friend Renelle. Keb. I want to say thank you. Because without you and many others that I didn't mention, Georgia, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been fed. I wouldn't have had a chance. I would have been out on the street. I would have had everything repossessed from me. I would have had everything shut off. So I really want to thank everybody who has donated, shared, subscribed. Really, with the greatest of gratitude in my heart. I thank you because you kept me alive. And that's why I'm doing this video, is to thank everybody. Even if I didn't mention your name, thank you. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So Spirit came out with a theme here of purple and blue cards. I don't know why, but let's get funny. If anybody needs to hear this, you are giving away your power. You're a badass. Act like it. So anybody in the struggle right now, stop giving your power away because you are a badass. Just like whoever is revving their car right now. Any situations you're going through, don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. So if there's a person in your life, sorry, Morgan needs to have her sleepy space. And all my stuff is there in her sleepy space. You do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. You got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. I love these cards. Some good shit is about to happen. Well, I damn hope so, for my sake. Don't let your issues fuck it up. So sassy, the sassy cards are telling you right away what's going on. So I hope somebody needed to hear those things. So the next year, we should see me transfer everything into a new space. I'm praying and hoping for that to happen. I don't know when that's going to happen, and I hope that it's not during a holiday season, and I hope that I'm not displaced for too long. I don't have too many people that are able to help me financially right now, which is scary. Because I'm already being very depleted even though I sold my house, I'm still being depleted day by day. New York is the worst for taxes. They're taking a large sum of money from me for transfer fucking tax. Cocksuckers. There's my sailor. Where I'd like to see the direction of this channel go in the future is just following the same format. Keep reading a lot of different books, exploring maybe some scarier books. I have a plethora of everything, because when people keep and continue to call you a Satanist and a witch and this and that and the other thing, that's very negative. I had to learn why. I wanted to know why. I had to analyze why people were saying such things about me. So I have a lot of those books, and I think it's important to read them so that we don't repeat the past. We're not going to recycle into the same old crap that we've been enslaved in. Because we've been enslaved. We've been enslaved. And it's time now to be the better examples in our communities. It is getting out there and doing the work. When I lost my job, I was emailing, it doesn't matter what side of the fence politically I'm on. I emailed both sides, like, hi, I'm allergic to things. I had my exemptions. I was denied. What is going on? Why am I being discriminated against? Why am I not able to get help? That's where my tax dollars go. Oh, but what's wrong? Why am I not able to get help and other people can? Why were people able to sit on their asses for a year collecting unemployment, but I can't? And I worked while everybody else sat home. Goodness sakes, I don't know why. I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. I know I do. Look how pretty that card is. I accept and create more flow and pleasure in my life. I affirm that. I am honest with myself and others. I don't waste my energy on anything that is a lie. It's true. Hopefully with my new residence, whenever that comes, if anybody has any books, recommendations that they would like. I know some people a little while ago, maybe a few 6 months, 7 months ago, started suggesting a lot of different books. A lot of books you need permission from the publisher or from the author. And a lot of times I get told no, or you have to pay. I don't have that kind of money. So there's a lot of things that I can and cannot read. That's why I do my insights. That takes me a bit longer because I have to obviously, and a lot of stuff I already read, so I can go back and just jot down and re-reference things. And other books I actually have to like physically read, which I have time for now, but I don't know what's going to happen next. So I'll keep that on the back burner, but also acquiring a lot of books. I need PDFs or I need links. So if you want me to read something, a lot of people have wanted me to tackle Ashiana Dean's The Voyagers books, which I do, but I have to be very careful about doing that. And it's not a snide on her. It's just the fact that it's a lot of an undertaking, which is great. I love her work. But to convey her message properly, I have to go in and dig and do a lot of work and then reference back upstairs. But a lot of people do tackle her work, and I do always highly suggest to go and look at other people. Amish mindset. I hope, really, really hope that things change for me. I'm really hoping that more people are going to start liking my videos. I get a lot of views, but not enough likes. I only see 1 or 2 people ever sharing my work. And again, I'm not asking you if you don't resonate with something to share it. It's if you're watching through the whole thing, what so you clicked on it, so click the like button so other people can enjoy it. And this message gets out to the people who need it. There are a lot of people suffering right now. There's a lot of people who can use an upliftment. I want to empower people to harness the light and the love that's within inside of their souls. I want people to actualize their God self, their I am presence. I want people to realize that you are a fractal of God and that your mission is no different from anybody else's. I don't care if you claim what I am. You could be a starseed, an angelic. You can have abilities. You could talk to the dead. It doesn't matter. You're no different from anybody else. You're living in a human vessel and a human experience. We're all going through it. If things were that easy for me with my abilities, don't you think I would have, hey, I need a lotto number right now. Let's go. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that whatsoever. And we need each other because you're my other selves. Everybody watching me is an expression that I'm not playing out in this reality. Simulation, if you believe in that theory, and I don't think it's a theory anymore. I want to get back into the World of Warcraft. Their expansion pack is just about coming out at the end of November, and that should be an interesting. It's going back to one of my favorite gameplays of all time, and it's about dragons. And I think that's a hint to a lot of things. I'm also in the background working on the Game of Thrones. I packed my books up and I don't have all of the books, but I'm working on it. I need to go back and rewatch some episodes or find clips of things that I want to talk about because there is a lot. I also want to do the X-Files. Because there is some disclosure in the X-Files. And many of us 80s babies, what I've noticed going to the Truth Tour and watching it on Rumble, that me and Derek Johnson were the only two in our age bracket. We're the same age. And everybody else is a lot older. And not by much. I mean, there's a couple in the mid 40s area, bicentennial babies, but the rest of the pack is in their 50s and up. And then you have the really sleepy people climbing in their 70s and 80s, the older baby boomers. Do you think I can tell you that I have a theory that they knew that those baby boomers and the next generation, I want to say maybe 1960s generation, they knew they were bringing in more starseeds. That's the second wave, between the second and the third wave. And they knew how powerful we were going to come in and the work that we were going to do. And they infiltrated all of us. Because in 1986, they upped the vaccinations, the rates, and that you couldn't sue. I'm injured from that. I mean, I have rheumatoid arthritis since I was 22. I have a slip disc in my back, my L5, herniated L4, bulged L3, herniated L2. My back does a Z. I have a bone spur between C6, 7, and a herniated disc in between that, and that's pressing against my spinal cord. I have nerve damage down the back of my mid-spine. Fun. My teeth. Hillbilly much? I'm a redneck. I was born in Albany, Georgia. They knew what to do. They knew how to poison us. They knew how to infiltrate us. They knew. But they couldn't brainwash me. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. Advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward, following the stirrings of your heart. How pretty. This is where we're going, guys. We're advancing. By using our intuition, gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of your life around you. God's waking us up, going, knock, knock, who's there? Consciousness, consciousness who? It's time to wake up, darlings. You have work to do. And we do. We have a lot of work to do. I'm hoping that my channel also helps people understand you could be religious and spiritual at the same time. You don't have to drop your religion because I'm telling you to. I'm not at all. I want you to be able to ground into the earth that God put you on. I want you to connect to the light that you are. And you could do that through prayer. Praying is just emoting emotions, putting everything out into your toroidal field. To the people that are non-religious, there's all a balance. It's all a part of this game that and role and this theater that we're playing in. And we have to respect each other. We have to accept that everybody's different, and we have to come to a common ground with a lot of that, because that's where the division has always been. And that's how they segregate all of us. I try to pluck the truth out of every book that I read. You don't have to agree with the author. Oh, he's a Mason, and oh, this one's crazy. I get that. I totally get it. I understand that. But there's truth in everything that you read amongst the lies. So it's up to us to do due diligence to do that reading. And you never know what is going to spark a download or an epiphany within you to change your thinking, to change your mindset, to help you get through this life. It's not an easy one. We all stood up, and we chose a path of really hard lessons. Some of us have easier lives than others, but we chose those paths because each of those gives us lessons. Sometimes we are the teacher and sometimes we're the student. We encompass both at all times, at all points of life. Doesn't matter how young or how old you are. We all have something for each other. And it's for us now to realize that and to start doing more for the others. So if you feel inspired to start your own channel, if you feel inspired to learn or take up the tarot cards, there's a lot of incredible readers out there. I watch a lot of them. Whatever it is that you want to do with what your heart is singing, do it. You came here with potential. You came here with a mission. Seek it out. Doesn't harm anybody. Doesn't harm anybody. It's only going to help. Because someone will listen to you and you might be the one that saves them from the cliff. You might be the one that makes sense for somebody to give them a download or an idea that they didn't have before. You may be the light that someone needs to get out of a dark place. It doesn't need to be a lot. I would never have thought that a year ago that I was going to have a YouTube channel. Wasn't even thinking about it. It scared me, actually. Not that I have never been on stage. I've been on plenty of stages before. I used to professionally dance. I used to be on videos and all kinds of things because I used to speak and be vocal and put myself out there a lot. But I never thought I would have a platform of my own. I never thought I'd be reading books, that I was petrified in doing so because I just took my teeth out of my face. So that people really see I'm not lying when I'm saying I can't project words out of my face, because from here back, I don't have teeth. They fall right down. I don't really have back teeth either. So I'm not lying. People like watch my stuff and I can't project words. They're like, why is she frustrated? It's because I can't say these words. It's frustrating. I'm also dyslexic. I see things that are not on the page because my brain actually reads faster than I'm talking, as some some of you who actually watch a lot of my videos can see. But you know what? We all have our faults, and I put my fears aside so that I can present the work, and whoever is going to take it takes it, and whoever wants to laugh, you're laughing with me because I laugh too at the end of the day. It's my life is comical, sad, pathetic at times, but it's funny. You have to laugh. For anybody who needs to hear this, finding a feather is a sign your guardian angels are by your side. This is very important, as this might, people think, come from the devil. Let me advise you on something. When you lose somebody that's very dear to your heart, you always want a sign from them. You always want someone to reach out. Like if I had another moment to talk to them, if I could have told them, you know, my piece and hear their response, that's all I need to be at peace in my heart. There are people that can do that for you. And that's not witchcraft. That's not from the devil. That's from God. God put certain people here to have those gifts to help other people heal. Because sometimes in life, people don't realize what they do to other people. My dad had no idea how to be a father. And it took me until my adulthood to realize that. In a child, in the moment, I didn't know why he was so angry with me or why he couldn't connect with me. I didn't compute that. But later on in my life, I understood he didn't know how to be a father. My parents adopted me and they were 37 years old, and they're in a different time frame. My dad didn't know, and I'm not blaming him for that. It was his parents were, sorry, grandparents, horrible to him. You didn't raise him the greatest way. My uncle committed suicide. It tells you a lot. People sometimes are unconsciously aware of the things that they do to others. But when they cross over, they're very sorry. They learn, they go through their healing, they go through a lot of lessons, and then they want to come down and help. That's what my dad's doing for me right now. Hi, Dad, I would like to move soon, please. I got a picture of my dad in a cardinal form. That's how my parents come to me. My dad was a red cardinal. I have it pictured on Facebook on my private page, which I don't keep really private. So you find me, you get all my rantings too. Every day is a new beginning. I actually started living in the moment and not by the future. Because when you're in the struggle and when you can't feed yourself, when you can't take care of yourself the way you would like to, living in the moment and living minute by minute is the best solution, because you can control those moments. You can't control the future and you can't go back in the past. You can only move forward step by step. The world is changing around us, and we need to be the beacons of light and the best examples for the children who are very confused, indoctrinated, growing up in this society where they're getting mixed messages. And we're going to be the light boards for them to have an example of what to do and how to be a good human. And if we don't exude those things now, it's going to take a lot longer for these kids to even realize what the hell, how to be good examples, how to be good role models. It comes by example, and we have to be the way showers for that. Your garden is a healing place. Seek refuge there to heal your soul. So I wish I had a garden, and that's kind of the reason why I really want to move. And where I'm moving to, where I'm hoping I can move to, I want a humongous backyard. I have a tiny backyard that is destroyed by and I love my pine tree in my backyard. Don't get me wrong. But it's not conducive for gardening. The dead pine needles and sap and the cones and everything get all over the place. And I've tried. I want a big garden. I want an herb garden. I want to go back to the past life that I had in Ireland where I'm drying herbs and I'm healing people and making tinctures and feeding and doing my good work. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And I know a lot of you that watch me want to do very similar work. It takes all of us to come together to do something good and grand for this world. And I'm just here to help you prepare for it. What I get from upstairs is I'm a channel. They come through me. I can't help it. I don't control it. That's what happens. And each day they sync a book with me and they sync the themes in the books, the chapters. I just keep reading chapters, but they're syncing with the time of now. They're syncing with the events going on in our cycles of the news and even on the other shoot stuff. They're picking up on what is going on in our world. It's very insane. So who's ever watching and following and having an open mind and now relating it back to the news, you can absolutely see a trend, especially with the keys of destiny, the key of destiny, the keys to the universe, the Arancha book, a wasp. It's all playing out. The keys of Enoch. I'm doing the hermit's journey and it's syncing up with the role that we have to do. If you're in that hermit mode right now, if you are like me, not really in society, cast it away and cast it off to the side, waiting for that time to reemerge out of the cave to take others with us. We already went through our journey. Now we're going back and getting all these people out of the cave, right? How do we do that? What do we need to focus on? What does our souls need? That's where the oracle cards come in, because it picks up on the collective energy and it's telling you the things that you need to work on. This is not to tell you your future. This is to help guide you on what resonates with you, the work, the inner work that you need to do to prepare yourself for now. So all my cards do. It's motivation. If you didn't get that already from the other cards that I read, and it not the sassy ones. Some people just need it, you know, in your face kind of reading. See, I'll give you an example. What does the collective need to know right now? Spirit. You know, I like to give affirmation cards and mantra cards. A lot of my stuff is packed up. I wanted to actually read quotes that I've taken from a lot of my existential philosophy books. Works from Nietzsche, Schopenhauer, Kant. I don't know if I have Hegel written down yet. Trust in your new path, all will work out. I hope so, for my sake. But for everybody else who can need that message, here you go. See, uplifting. Explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you. So guys, Be creative. Go out and do. I do it every day. Do I see results? Not right away. And it's taken this long. I'm still not at 500 subscribers. I'm out there all the time plugging away on Telegram, plugging away all over the place. Still not getting traction, but that's okay. It will come when it's in divine timing to come. What does your heart want? Be free to manifest your heart's desires. So I hope those help you guys. They help me get through ridiculous times, but you guys do too. You guys help me out. Makes me happy to see everybody participating and commenting. And I want to thank everybody for doing that and for liking. Those of you who do that, I hope more people do. We really need to come together as a collective. Amish mindset. It takes a village. It takes all of us. What are you abundant in today that you can uplift somebody and help somebody out? If you have a finger or a nose or toes, you can like, share, and subscribe to someone's channel. Give them a chance. What harm does that do for you? You're helping. It's easy. That's how you can help somebody on an everyday basis, right? Spreading it all over the place. Connections. It wasn't necessarily me finding, asking people for money. It was actually getting a connection to somebody that can get me a job that I could do from home, that I can actually do and not have too much to worry about. It's getting a connection to be on someone's show, to maybe get more people on my in the audience, to get my word out. It's being connecting to other people, other things. That's how we grow. That's the web that we need to form, right? If you can't help, maybe someone else can. Maybe your friend can. Maybe your uncle, your aunt. But if you don't put it out there in the first place, that help can't get to the right people. A lot of people email me about their problems, and I try in my own way to put it out there. Hey, I know somebody living out of the car. Hey, I know somebody that's in destitute too. If you're in that area, can you please look on them, check on them, help them? Sometimes people don't want all their business aired out in the public view, and that's totally respectable. But I still try to put it out there where I can, where I could think that it would get more traction. No one should be living out of a car. No one should be homeless unless that's a choice that they made, right? Even if you made a mistake and you fouled up, and that's on, the arrangement you made with God, that should only be temporary. That shouldn't be a forever thing. There shouldn't be any veterans in the street. There should not be what's happening now. Okay. And people fall into the drugs and fall into stuff like that because this is what keeps society down. This is what keeps people down. I'm being punished because I didn't do something because they wanted me to. It was against my will. My will is way stronger. But it takes everybody else to help me out. If I'm doing the work on a daily basis to go out there and do and try and put my faith forward, it's not just God who gives you everything. I don't want God to give me anything. We're all God. We all make it happen. I can't be by myself in this. It has to be everybody as well joining in with me. And it's not just about me, it's about everybody. other people's pages, other people's work? Are you highlighting that stuff? So beyond doing my book readings, that's really what I'm about. I'm about doing a lot for other people. And I hope to continue that on year 2. I hope to have better days. I hope to not have to be in this situation much longer. I don't like it. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I did a lot on my own. I did all of it by myself. And once in a while, asking for help isn't a horrible thing. It's up to the people to come and hear me and help. So I hope we can get other people help, continue my message, getting it out there. And hopefully I can, by year 2, have 500 subscribers. Goals are good to have. I wasn't even expecting to have what I have now. And it's a blessing. And I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for liking, sharing, subscribing, and being a part of my community and helping people grow, getting your self-info, doing the research, doing the knowledge base yourself, doing the best that you can every day, because we need you in the war. We need you here. It's a battle. And we need you. So I want to thank everybody. I can't believe it's a year. It makes me sad at the same time to think that I had to go through what I had just still am going through a year, and I'm alive. I made it. I don't have a cupcake. I would have one with a candle saying I'm alive. I made it. And there's many people like that in my situation. So congratulations, you made it too. Celebrate. Do something nice for yourself. I would have painted my nails, but my nail polish is bad. But I did draw up a sign and I made it legible. Because my handwriting, I can either do teacher handwriting or fancy handwriting. So I just want to help and want to thank everybody for coming along on my journey with me. My journey's not over anytime soon. And hopefully my journey merges into something bigger and better. And that I can do less complaining and less crying out for help for myself, that I can actually start helping other people on a bigger and greater scale. That's my goal. That's what I am, and that's what I'm about. So I want to thank everybody for joining me for this little, I don't know how long this went, but little short celebratory, hey, 1 year celebration. And I should be doing another reading later. I'm going to see if what I can whip up for a dinner. Have to see what I even have. Might be pancakes. I make mean pancakes, so. But I wish everybody a really good night, a really good week. Sending love and light to each and every one of you. And I want to thank you again for everything that all of you have done for my channel and will continue to do, I hope, for my channel. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you, guys. Happy 1 year. Woohoo! Bye.